And hello, and welcome everybody. It's time for DLC 2. Can everyone hear me okay? Hear Jordan okay? Sound check?
Oh, yes, I should probably talk a little bit. Just making sure everything's coming through.
Yep. In-game sound okay. You guys can see Jordan all dressed up here. I like your red PKE meter.
Oh, thank you.
Orangey?
Yeah, we'll have to get into that a little bit later. Are you on the gameplay screen right now?
Oh, I'm actually not, but that's funny. Either way. Well, yeah, a little teaser then.
Just talking about all this stuff, so yeah.
Yeah, it's time to. I think we could just hop right into it, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is exciting. I've been waiting for this moment for quite some time now because, as many people know, we've been working on this. We're on this update since the last one. Last time we saw Muncher come into play, we had the facility map. We had a bunch of improvements and random bits and pieces that were added, including the gear shells. And now this update, we went through and we obviously are bringing some things. I don't know if anyone's actually seen the all the news articles and things coming out and the videos that we've been outputting for people to check out. But it gives you a brief look into what we're releasing. But now that we're able to do this preview stream, we're going to be diving in a little bit deeper into each of the individual things, kind of talking about how they're coming into the game and how they were influenced and kind of different ways that we work to really make things work for this new update. So it's exciting to be able to do this because I can kind of talk you through everything that we're adding. And kind of show our excitement behind what went into getting these things going. So, yeah. Albert, did you have anything else to cover before we start diving into individual things, or?
No, I think we could just hop right into the map, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
So just a quick couple beauty shots for y'all. Here's that new map that you guys saw in the trailer, the s.c.y County Courthouse. Here we go. Here's a second image for you, and you want to talk a little bit about the thoughts behind the map?
Yeah, so the courthouse, we wanted to bring in obviously something that was kind of iconic to the franchise. Courthouse is part of the second movie, and like we wanted to kind of recreate that feeling of being able to go through and bust a court throughout a courthouse. And this one was also unique in the way that we wanted to kind of look back at the maps. We had a chance to watch the game on launch, obviously, and this was the first one where we got to really take a lot of the learnings from the previous maps and start building it into something a lot more unique. So it not only kind of addresses some things that we wanted to see fixed, and it also utilizes a lot of the feedback and iteration that we went through to make something that's pretty unique to the gameplay scenarios that feels different than the other maps, but still contains all the same things and loops that you're used to.
It feels familiar, but also feels very new at the same time. It's a really interesting feel. Both as Ghost and Ghostbuster. Do you want to add anything else before we hit your prize possession, the old Drudge?
I don't think so. Yeah, this is. I mean, it's a fun one to explore. It takes a little bit of getting used to as far as like learning the map layout, obviously. But once you begin to learn the different ways and routes and stuff, it becomes something that's really enjoyable to kind of face off against. So that's the courthouse.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be running around in that soon.
Yeah, for sure. All right, here we go. There he is. Look how.
There he is. Yeah, this is one of the more exciting things to come out of this update. The Drudge is basically something that we had in mind. It was something that we had in mind coming into the game launch, but just didn't have the time to get to it. So now that we've had the opportunity to get the game out and kind of see how everything's in action, we knew that we wanted to continue to pursue this guy, because what happens with these is it gives us an opportunity to address a lot of the things that we've been seeing in the live process. A big thing that's obviously a very evident thing that came forward when we began to see this is the ghosts just getting very, like, with an aggressive team of busters, it can get very stressful very quickly, and it opens up a lot of frustrations playing as the ghost. And we thought that early on that it would be nice to have some help in the map, and that's what the Drudges are. They're basically these little dudes that Tobin is helping you with. He's sending them through to help you haunt, scare, and kind of keep the busters off your trail a little bit.
And so one thing to clarify is that they spawn in with you, right? You don't spawn them like you do the normal minions.
Correct. Yeah. So this is why I'm kind of describing it in this way, is this is actually influencing and building in kind of a new chunk and section to our haunting and hunting. It's giving this extra element that gives the ghost the ability to one, kind of keep themselves in a good spot early on, but then also be able to utilize them to their advantage if you're actively bringing them back in. So you start with 3 of them in the map with you, and they will begin haunting and scaring civilians. They're not very powerful. They're more so a utility in that way.
Yeah.
So they will start out with you and start helping you haunt and give the buster something to also start eliminating. But you can then additionally expose a rift, and by exposing a rift, you start a drudge spawn timer. And after the drudge spawn timer completes, one will spawn out and begin going around and doing things. So this will give players the opportunity to exercise strategy with revealing rifts. It gives you an opportunity to pick a room to focus on and haunt. That also begins to spawn in helpers that gives more of a defensive position on that rift.
Yeah.
So it's going to change up a lot, and this was really exciting because it gave me an opportunity to address what I feel was the biggest issues with the asymmetry setup that we had designed and built. So the balance itself is going to change with this, and kind of in tandem with that meant I really needed to look at the levels of haunting and how haunting worked throughout the maps, because there were it was just a little bit nebulous in some of the rooms getting haunted. So I took this as an opportunity because, of course, as soon as we added these drudges in, the game just it shifted right to the ghost, because I was like, man, they're taking over the building faster than ever. Like, things were turned up pretty high because we're trying to give the ghost an opportunity early on. But now that they actually have this breathing room and this chance to get more haunting done, it's way too effective. So I had to then look at haunting overall as the location is concerned, as well as look at the individual room haunting features, as well as looking at the contributions that room haunts contribute to the overall haunt. So there's a lot of factors that have gone into kind of rebalancing that to create an experience that won't go too fast, but will also extend and contract based on the effectiveness that the teams provide on both sides, so that there becomes a situation where if ghosts become really effective at what they're doing, they can really fill the map with drudges. They can focus on haunting, and they can take over very quickly, but need to do very specific things in specific ways if they're going to do that effectively, which is where, of course, where the busters come in. And my favorite part about the drudges is destroying them, which we'll get to check out. And
man, it's so satisfying.
It's one of my favorite things. It was part of just the thoughts when we were going into making them. That was like, this is the way that they need to go, and it's gonna be really fun to watch this happen. So
I have a feeling we're gonna be seeing a lot of new kind of rift strategies and just gameplay revolving around rift defense and manipulation within just regular gameplay, but also within the league. So I think that's gonna be a lot of fun to see. Speaking of strats, I mean, there's a lot of new strats to come with this second new minion type. This one does actually replace the normal minions that every ghost has, right?
Yeah, so this is more of an expansion of what we have. It's not a massive addition, but the trap minion is also something that we had in mind and just didn't get around to in enough time. But now we're able to bring it in and kind of give it the full treatment of what we wanted it to be as far as a gameplay feature. So you will be able to swap between this, and in the ghost customization, we can look at it later, but you'll go in there and you can choose between having the swarm minions and then the mine minions, these little trap guys. So they're once again they add a new twist to how you need to be moving through the maps and knowing what to do when you encounter these, because they are plantable. The ghost has the option to plant them just kind of wherever they are, but they can also choose an object and plant it inside. Each location will obviously kind of provide a different visual, and the player will see these stasis fields that once tripped, they will spawn in. They move and kind of operate like the other minions, but these ones will jump on top of your head. You'll hear them coming and latch on. They can latch on to civvies, they can latch on to busters, and the busters can you can shoot them at any time. You can shoot them when they're in their stasis, their sleeping mode, or you can shoot them when they're approaching you before they get you. But once they do, then you have to shake them off. Or, of course, teammates can pulse them off of you or civs just to get them away. They're not too difficult. They do cause for you to, you obviously have to get out of it, but it's not like it's gonna keep hold of you for too terribly long. It's more so gonna buy the ghost a couple seconds in certain scenarios.
Synergizes really well with certain ghost types and their abilities.
Yes. Yeah, it's a fun one. Plus, they just look awesome, and
they do.
It's
the
cool
animation is amazing.
Yeah, it's really fun. So that's gonna be a big part about these little guys. Trying to think if there's anything else big around them, but it just creates that new dynamic. I guess it kind of goes into a concept that is being introduced now about placeable abilities. The trap minions being one of them, where you're going to be picking things and locations to place things a little bit more. That's going to linger, and that'll kind of go into the Terror Sentinel stuff later on.
Yeah, for sure. But for now, I guess we can just hop right into the firehouse with a change that I know the community's been waiting for a very long time.
Keeps getting better and better. I'm very excited about this one. Mm-hmm. So I had mentioned it last time I was gonna say I'm not seeing anything. So I had mentioned it last time that a big part of what we wanted to focus on, besides the new content for this next update, was going to be fixing the issues around and kind of upgrading what the gear customization UI looks like.
Without further ado, let's head on over.
Yeah. So you can just start accessing it, and I'll just start talking through the changes. But it's a big part of this was really focusing in on making this more readable and understandable to the players, so that they just get a better idea. You probably have to switch some cameras around.
Yeah, let's do this one. I didn't prepare for this. Let's say. You know what? We will
hide the cameras for now.
No, I got
yours or mine. What are you gonna do?
I got you. We'll do a little bit.
So while Albert is shifting around, the part of the screen that you'll be focusing on is kind of over where my camera is right now. And kind of basically to sum up what we've updated is we've introduced the concept of having the modified stats be a bit more read out in a way that obviously everything's going to exist at a default level, but then as the player is introducing new parts and attachment upgrades, things are going to begin to shift kind of in a more consistent manner across all the different things, so that everything's nice and easy to understand. It gives you updates based on how much things are adjusting. Plus, it gives you more specific, detailed updates on what things are going to. Mm-hmm. So you're just very much aware of the different shifts that are happening at any given time. You can kind of jump back and forth to kind of look and see which things are being removed, added. And then also it gives you... you'll see at the bottom right now, there's now videos that show off the special abilities in use if there is one. So you can hover over something that's a bit more unique, check out the ability video. You'll see there's actually an ability section that's added to anything that has a special feature, and then that way you'll be able to see, oh, this is actually getting something that I can use in game in a different way. Like you got the Ecto Zapper, you see it gets the zapper, you get a video seeing it, you get the stat readouts. Just gives you an idea of what's happening at any given time. So this is obviously a lot of different, more information, but honestly, it needs, like, you just got to feel it out, like jump in and play with it. You'll see it in action, start to understand it, and you'll have a lot more information than you did have before. So along with that, we did take some time to evaluate and go through a lot of the attachments to make some balance adjustments across the board. There's a few things we were seeing that were too powerful. There was various things that weren't powerful enough. just been a lot of tweaks and tunes to make sure that we had stuff that the shifts were making sense and we weren't throwing anything off too far. But it is a big shift, obviously, and now you'll have the information to start checking it out a little bit more detail. So this is an exciting one. I was looking forward to getting this out there for you guys, and it should help just about anyone that's coming into the game to understand what's happening with all these different numerous upgrades and where they can help you out.
Yeah, for sure. It's the information is like genuinely fun to look at too when you're messing around with your stats and your kits, and everyone has their own busting style. So can't wait to see what people do with this and how they optimize. I mean, I already check out, the Reddit, and people are making, I think it's Greg is making those posts about like, here's the destructor build and this kind of stuff. And so now even more so you can get some clear numbers on what you're building for your build.
Yep. So this will definitely help all that out. So that's that's kind of the main thing with here. Like I said, excited to hear people check it out and see what's going on. So next thing, we can now look at the bottom of the screen. It kind of is a two-tiered thing. You'll see the button no longer says gear shells. It now says visual customization and brings you to this new menu that gives you access to all the gear shells, including, of course, the brand new and now seen Extreme Ghostbusters shells that are now going to be available for unlock via research contracts.
Yep.
But you get to play with these very cool shells for each of the big gear pieces. I know a lot of people are very excited. We posted some teases and then eventually got revealed in the press releases. So it's really cool that we're able to do that. Especially like that proton pack. So
it looks so good. Oh, awesome. Man.
And then the other part of this menu, of course, is the gear tints.
Now this is brand new, but some of these tints look real good, man.
Yeah, so these are all unlocked through the gear level, as well as a couple being the nice one at the end being the research contract for the chrome plating, and then the gold is unlocked via level 3 of tenure, which is releasing. I know I saw some people commenting that we hadn't really called that out yet, but there is another level of tenure that is going to be available for unlock, and then getting that is going to give you an outfit, and then the gold gear tint.
Yeah, that gold chrome plating is those reflections. Just look at that.
Sweet.
Yeah, these are the definition of sweet.
Yeah, I like it. But let's see. Yeah, I think if you want to skim through. Oh, look at it. It looks so good and shiny. I love that.
And then the gold chrome one for the trap actually just kind of looks like the default, but super chromy.
Yeah, just chromed out version. Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, it's good.
It's gonna be a race to get these, huh? I can't wait to see it, dude. I feel like it was like the next stream. I was already seeing people at the next tenure.
Oh yeah,
like maxing out.
Yeah, you can hit it right away if you've already done the level up right now. So if you're 100 sitting on 2, get ready to hit that trigger. Yeah. So this is big stuff for this side. I think next we could probably go through to the customization for the characters.
Let's do that. Let me hop on over with this nifty new gear over here. And
very cool.
Here we go. So we got the shells. Yeah, one of the first things that comes up is in the facial features. Now we got makeup.
Yes, so new addition. There will be makeup as an option on characters. There's a few different patterns here, and there's trying to think if I remember hooking up a few of the other ones, because I think there's another row of ones that you can unlock from contracts. But
just want to show off.
Oh, I'm just watching your screen. Just
you're in the dark. Well, I know you had some makeup on. I just wanted to show you off. Yeah, you got the face paint on with the red PKE meter. This is what I was commenting on earlier.
Yeah. My orange PKE meter, thank you very much.
Sorry,
I think it's a red proton pack.
Hmm. That is more of an orange, isn't it?
Yes, yes it is.
Yeah, we got tons of new hairstyles and stuff.
Yeah, so go to the because yeah, we have the makeup that's out. Then we added the hairstyles, a couple new hairstyles, and then the Extreme Ghostbusters hairstyles as well. So you have access to all those, as well as on the facial hair section, a certain goatee piece.
We're going straight to facial hair. Where's facial hair? Let's go physique, and then face. Is it an accessories? I should know this, huh?
It's under hair. It's under right hairstyles. Here. What are you doing? Okay, I'm still looking at. Yeah, so the.
You want to go for these?
Yeah, the chin goatee. There we go. I was like,
there it is.
Anyway, yeah, all this stuff to complete the looks of the HB characters.
I don't know if I like that. That's so. We're doing some weird stuff with this.
Curly.
Yeah.
Chin hair. Okay, let's see here. So we have that. There's a new chunk of clothing options just in general. There's obviously more Extreme Ghostbusters stuff.
Here we go.
I'm just gonna like.
Yeah, just rattle a bunch
unlock.
of stuff
Go to the full outfit first, so I can show the 10-year outfit. You should be able to see it in there if you did the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that guy, and then you can see the full outfit for the certain sewer explorer suit, which is unlocked via contract. So the outfit is yeah. So you can see it there, and then if you go to the helmets. Or the helmets, the headwear.
Gotcha. And you just get some matching stuff, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, there you go. Quite the iconic outfit that you get to unlock if you can complete the Slime Explorer contract. So that'll be available. Additionally, another feature is, so go to the outfits. We now have or you're gonna have to switch out to like one of the shirts.
One of the shirts. Here we go. I think I know what you're talking about.
So we added,
well, here we go.
Good now.
That's better.
So shirt logos. So now you have the ability to put a shirt logo.
Oh, you're talking about these shirt logos.
Oh, you're going yeah, go to the shirt logos.
Oh, okay.
So there's also cool new patterns that he's showing off right. I was getting that next.
Okay, all right.
Had to try and read my mind, Albert.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so there's the shirt logo. So basically, they're unlocked in the same way as the patches and the what's it called? The patches, and these, yeah, they should be kind of in tandem with those as far as where they're unlocking. But if you have them, then obviously you can put them on, and they show up on anything that you can actually see the undershirt on. So some of them, like I like they have like the like suit that's like half zipped. You can still see the logo through it. So it's pretty cool. You can put some cool stuff together. So then also, Albert, yeah, if you want to kind of sift through some of those suit designs that got added that bring a whole new level of.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm a big fan of these patterns. They get a little crazy, but for my taste, some like I don't know if I'll ever rock this one, but maybe someone else. Personally, I'm a big fan of the darker colors, like this one.
Yeah, they're cool.
But yeah, some of these patterns are awesome. They really bumped up the well, they really started messing with the color palettes here.
Yeah, these are really fun. So that should give even more variation on top. And honestly, like I'm so excited to see what people do with all these new things that have been added to the customization system. A little quality of life thing actually that got added is if you go to the feats.
These feats? The footwear?
Footwear. Yeah, footwear. So for footwear now we have a tuck and untuck toggle.
I do love this.
So this provides us with the ability to not have two options for each thing, and you can just choose the thing and choose if it's going to be tucked or untucked, and it toggles between. So that was a big thing that we wanted to get in there to kind of help that process out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this. I like tucked for my boots and untucked for the shoes, so I gotta say I love this button.
It's good. It's good. So yeah, that was a big part of here for the customization stuff. Did I miss? I don't think I missed anything here. There's just a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of. Oh, go! You show some of the boots too.
Yeah.
You just scrubbed through those, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the rubber boots are gonna be really nice. Are the Velcro Nomicons? Look at these.
Yeah, those are my favorite.
For those of you who like that sleek black design, but also comes in all the other.
Yeah, I do them yellow.
You like the yellow ones? This one actually does match this outfit.
There are
well.
new glasses. Yeah, go to the glasses.
Where are we at?
Eyewear.
It's one of those where I like
So
look at this menu so often.
so the wraparound shades, which are on the top. So go to the top. This is really the wraparounds, and then it's the white wraparound ones two above those.
Mm-hmm.
So you got some more shades to rock. Okay, I think that's enough for the customization.
Except for one final thing. It's kind of customization, yeah?
Yeah.
As some of you might have guessed, we do have, I'm just going to go quick access. We do have a new series of Twitch drops coming. This time they're not dropping on the day of the patch. We are going to be dropping them the following week. So on the 26th, get ready for some Necrobash Twitch drop skins. Same stuff as last time, viewers. You got to connect your Twitch accounts to Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed on our website to claim the Necrobash skin drop. You can claim them after connecting, so make sure you're connected and then you start watching. So viewers on participating streams during the campaign will get these depending on how many hours you watch. And then if you want to stream, all streamers can participate. All you got to do is make sure you're connected and then make sure your game category is set to Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. It's real simple. Yeah, these skins look.
You showing each of the variants?
Pretty incredible. Yeah. Look at look at Squiddler's tentacle on his face. Like, it's pretty
lava tentacles.
It's pretty well done, man. I love
it's great. Yeah, these turned out really well. They're always exciting to see come together.
I'm a big fan of the spikes on Gloom.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's cool.
All right, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and set one of these as active, and then let's just hop into the courthouse, shall we? And then we can talk about some stuff in gameplay and balance.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right, let's see. Where is that there job selection button? Here we go. Did you want to go as Ghost actually, or you want to? Do you have a preference?
Let me see what my setup is right now, because I want to be one of the Possessors, but I just restarted this account. Okay, I still am Possessor, good.
All right.
But I'm going to be... Oh, wait, I can't switch back without cheating more. Okay, I'm good.
All right, so I'll let you go as Ghost then?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah, show the swapping of minions.
Oh, true.
Really quick before we go.
Good call, good call, good call. Totally forgot about that. Yep. Let me just do a little bit of this. And it's right over here. There you go. Here's the minion traps. Perfect.
Yep, so just select those, and that is per... Right now it's per type, so like you would be in each of the menus, and you can select it. So you can be the Ectoplast, that uses the mine, the trap minions, and then the, other types are going to use different minions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ready on you. Oh, you already readied.
I already did, yeah. Good to go. Okay, so let's see here. I think I definitely want to show off the Drudge play very quickly, so you can go ahead and start with that as we begin to show off the courthouse a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Bum.
Remember, you're a Ghostbuster now.
Okay.
Oh, I hear one wreaking havoc already. Look at him. Alright. I'm popping this bad boy.
My proton pack down. Quick, get it while it's done.
Wait till it happens.
Okay, I blasted that one first, so let's find a full HP one.
Yeah, you just so you PK'd him first. Yeah, that's kind of.
Yeah, that is such a satisfying animation. That inflation into the pop.
Yeah. So a few things about the Drudges. So you may have noticed that they. I also need to turn my audio down really quick because I can barely hear myself talk. So the Drudges flying around, there's kind of two different ways. So you are tethering them like a ghost. Oh, these bots. Excuse me, stop doing that.
Are you getting known by bots? Do you want me to pause them?
Oh yeah, yeah, we can do that. That would actually be helpful so we can actually talk about things.
Yeah. Here we go. Alright, they are paused.
How's it going
You guys out here learning the stuff better than I have at this point. So yeah, Drudges, what's unique about them, obviously, like the minions you're kind of just hitting with the particle streams and they're dying, but the Drudges you tether, and then as you hold the tether, they pop. They will swell and pop, and they have a health bar that you'll see that Albert obviously showed. But what's also unique about them is you can catch them too, so you can actually still trap them in your trap, which actually gives you a good chunk of XP. So you can use it as an opportunity, but you got to be quick because you know they're on a timer for when you tether them. So let me actually go reveal a rift now. Let's go.
Let me actually.
You stay here.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna switch this. Let me see if I can do this. I'm gonna just put it back to that other one. We do also have a new little UI element that's Jordan's cam is blocking currently, but it's right there. You can see how many Drudges are on the map. I did destroy 2. You end up. Jordan mentioned it earlier, but you spawn with 3. And you have a maximum of 8, and you get them in just by revealing some rifts. Oh, hey, buddy.
Yeah, here I am. Okay. So yeah, once I drop the rift, and this works anytime the rift is revealed. So even when busters are revealing rifts to attack and damage the rift, it will begin the timer. So just anytime they're revealed. So I'd be able to drop this. Obviously, I'm going to be kind of hanging around here, and then
this is creeping me out.
as you see that little timer collapse slowly, out pops the Drudge.
I love this animation
Kill
too.
him.
And so let's try the version. 'Cause, yeah, you can also just trap them.
Yeah,
Easy
there you
peasy.
go.
This is sufficiently scary.
Very nice. Very nice.
So there's
Nicely
tons of ways to
executed.
deal with them. Ooh.
Yeah, it's really and of course, yeah, you can hit him with the pulse or the blast, but it's not going to do a ton of damage. So
This is horrifying.
it does stun them though and keeps them. So they're. Oh, just look at that! Just look at that! Beautiful. Love it. So. Yeah, it's going to be all about kind of learning the balance of dropping the rifts, kind of timing out the Drudges, and making sure that you're keeping the population in a good spot. Because while you don't need them, they will help quite a bit in your taking over of these locations. And you'll notice I'm just about to haunt the lobby here, and I'll get a chunk depending on it. But yeah, you can have up to 8 of them, and yes, that is consistent across all the maps, not just Courthouse.
Yeah. And
So that's going to be that's kind of an explore it, like play it out. This is something we're going to want to keep an eye on, obviously, because it's a big new addition, but it's a fun one, that's for sure.
yes, it is. Whoever made this animation, I mean, props to them. I know it's like a bunch of people on our team, but that's just it's just a work of art, man.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. So it's something that I'm excited for because it's going to give people that extra element that gives the ghost something that they feel like they have some help, as well as people that are playing busters that want to find something to do that's like, because it's a role now. Like Drudge management is going to be a part of this that is going to be important, and some people need to hunt down the ghost, and others need to keep the Drudges from spawning.
Yeah, for sure. And well, I don't know if the chat noticed if you want to move on to the next topic, but when you're getting chased by the AI, one of the big pieces of feedback that we've been getting is that AI feedback. And let me tell you, I was just a personal anecdote. I've been, on these builds just recording stuff for, new assets and just capture and whatnot. And one of the things I noticed is when you let these bots run rampant, I mean, like, they go now. Like, the busters don't hold back. Like, they're aggressive, man.
It's so there's been just numerous improvements. I know I was talking about kind of some of the stuff that we had handled. And here, wait, let me hide this. I'm gonna go let some spawn somewhere else, and we'll just like build the population so you can run after them. But yeah, just in general, the improvements that have been made across the board to usability, as well as like AI, making sure that the Buster AI are a lot more helpful, as well as the ghosts are a bit more interesting to encounter. So there's been a lot of work that's been going into that. Like, there'll be a lot of this. The patch notes are going to be pretty expansive and kind of call all these things out that I'm talking about in more detail. So it's going to be an interesting difference in kind of improving the playability. And there's a lot of little things that we've been focusing on that's very oriented on the feedback that we've been getting from the community. Like, there was we have our first iteration of a tether juggle prevention that will prevent quick follow-up tethers. So if Albert is tethering me, let's go, and then begins tethering me again, it's going to take a lot longer for that secondary tether, and then again a lot longer for the third one. But then once he lets goes and I get away, like, it's going to go back to normal. So it's kind of a little fine balance in there of trying to get it to work in a way that doesn't punish a regular player, but keeps those people that are trying to just nerf them from being able to do that. In addition, I also put together with the engineers a little countermeasure that if you let go of the tether when there's less than about 25% tether health, you still gain that boost that you would get on a tether break, so that if people are waiting to the last second, you're still able to make the getaway as if you broke the tether. So this should hopefully give a good look at trying to address some of these exploits and the way that they were making it kind of difficult to enjoy some of the ghost encounters. So that's it's kind of a big one that I was looking forward to getting out there. I think that will make a big difference in kind of making sure it's a bit more. Oh wait, they said, oh, that was you. I thought that AI turned around and nailed me.
Yeah, so it doesn't completely break tether juggling, but it definitely adds a little bit more of like resistance to it, just for that sake of balancing, for sure.
Yeah, and it does, like, yeah, it's just something that's, it's something that we're trying not to like completely remove the ability to do that, because that's kind of what you're able to do, and we're not trying to. So we're just giving a little bit of punishment to avoid it from getting too obscene, and hopefully deter that from happening.
Yeah.
It applies globally to prevent people from tossing the ghost back and forth.
Okay. I see. So that means if I'm like tethering you and then we swap off with like if I have a teammate that
yeah,
swaps
you let
off.
go and someone grabs me, it's going to still take a little bit long. Like it happens on the same ghost.
Ghost! Proton pack is burning up.
Yeah.
Roop.
So I'm sure there'll be plenty of
Oh
balance
yes, there's another one. So we got in some work to make sure that minions actually get trapped if they're in range of the trap. So that did get addressed.
Oh yeah. But you have trap the mine minions on right now. Right?
No, I have the swarm minions.
Okay, yeah. Let's
Go for it. Watch it.
There we go. That's back.
Boom. That guy was a little too far away. I think I did extend that a little bit too in kind of my balance passes. Whoops, sorry, I laid okay, do you want to show off Possessor now? Kind of a few of his things?
Yeah, we can swap up. There we go.
Okay.
Good time to be a ghost. Yeah, this is a pretty. There's a lot of ghostly stuff in this batch.
Yep.
Here we go. Let's just rock the. Which one do you want to show off? Does it matter?
Do Scuttle.
You want to go Scuttle? All right.
Yeah, my favorite.
Your favorite?
Yep. So we can just kind of go down. I would overview them in here, and we can kind of just give a high level. Then we'll just play Scuttle, and
sure.
Like I'll walk through everything here, then we can play Scuttle, and then from there we can move on to anything else.
Yeah.
Try and think if I can remember anything else specifically. But yeah, so the you might want to move our cameras again.
Oh right. Yeah, I was just looking at that. Let's toss them down. Just gonna move them over here. Cool. Yeah, starting with the Terror Sentinel. Well, actually, just generally, do you want to go over the stats?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna start with. So the Possessor Ghost is the new type that's being added with this update. You can see them right here. There's 3 different variants. We have Terror Sentinel right in front of us. That's kind of, you know, obviously what everyone's going to recognize with this, as well as Hellion and Scuttle. And these make up this type. They're going to be very geared when we're looking at ways to kind of piece this together. It was focusing on possession, because that's, you know, anytime we've seen this guy in the movie, like, they're very focused on possessing things. And we wanted to enforce that or reinforce that with the creation, while also kind of taking a pretty specific cue from the visual aspect of these guys that we saw in Afterlife, and kind of things that we saw in the original as well. You'll notice that their possession bar is obviously all the way off the charts, just from
maxed.
Their ability to possess things. Their things move faster. Their possessables are more soak up more damage. And a big part of kind of giving him the possessive buff is there's no possession or haunt trails. You'll notice that when ghosts are entering and exiting possessables, there's a trail that draws in and out that kind of gives away their position or which one they go to. He doesn't have that, so he only has a pop that happens on the object, which helps him get around corners and kind of flee a little bit faster. He gets an increased active vision distance. He's got a little bit more fear from jump scares, which is scaring out of a possessable, to kind of reinforce, of course, being inside things and jumping out. And is a brute, so kind of soaks up the stun a little bit better.
He's a big and bulky boy.
Yeah, but kind of a drawback, a newer one for this. I think people have realized that there is definitely a more visible ghost trail for this guy.
It looks awesome.
Regularly, but when he's speed bursting, there's a much more substantial trackable trail that leads to a little bit more giveaway in that, as well as being slower to detonate rifts and a little bit lower minion health. So that's kind of the base setup. They're not super fast, but they're still pretty good at movement. Hellion has a charge attack. I guess I'll get to that in a second, but otherwise, their goal is to just move around the map, and kind of they work really nicely with the implementation of the drudges, because the drudges can kind of you can use the possessor to be very effective at kind of building the map around exposing rifts and poking and moving between all these different objects to stay alive.
You want your object highways for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. So obviously for the Terror Sentinel, the unique ability is the hand trap.
Trap claws, I think we won with.
Trap claws. Yes. Sorry. Changes in names, working titles, all that. But yeah, this is that trap that you're basically you're able to aim and lay it down on the ground, and then when it's tripped, it spawns a bunch of the very iconic hands that reach out and grab and slime and slow and have some other effects that happen. You can place 3 of these. You can also retrieve them after you pick them up, so you're able to kind of strategically place them throughout maps and kind of decide how you want to approach placing these things. So that's the Terror Sentinel, and then we can go to Hellion's special or unique.
Charging Chaos. This one is honestly probably my favorite of the 3.
Yeah, this one's a straight up big old charge that happens. So he's gonna wind up and then he charges forward. he knocks people back. He does the whole thing, and then he kind of spawns a pretty substantial. It's basically you turn into a missile.
Yeah.
And you kind of fly through, hit objects. And
you're very much just bulldozing anything in your path. And
yeah.
You don't even really need to. It shows the direct hit, but you don't need to hit people directly for to get the full knockback effect either.
Yeah, there's some like wake that he produces with this. So this is a fun one. Very terrifying to see coming at you too. And then of course we can go to the scuttle, which has my favorite, the
malevolent vortex. Look at this
wonderful
thing.
Malevolent vortex. So yeah, we spent a lot of time making this thing a really enjoyable treat to use. It's fun because you just spawn this little, ethereal vortex that tracks around. It'll lock on to enemies, like civs and busters, and kind of hit them. It does knock back as well, so you will notice that it will be very effective, but of course it's not going to guarantee a target hit. You gotta kind of rely on its own mind of its own, and the busters can attack this with their particle throwers to destroy it, and it's usually wise to do so that you're not getting hit and flung back every few seconds.
Yeah, super effective in those close corridors.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the ultimate ability that these possessors have is terrorizing possession. Basically, this is a amped up version of the possession that we're familiar with so far. So we all know Ghoulie, the Drake, has a human possession, but it's short-lived. It can't really do a whole lot. The civvies aren't really controllable. This one not only allows you to take full control over civilians, you're going to be moving around in them. You can sabotage packs as a civilian. You can sabotage traps as well, which just causes the battery to drain. So you can approach an open trap and do that. You can also sprint and use that sprinting force to cause knockback and keep people on their back. This also includes the possession of Ghostbusters, which this was an interesting one. This is a lot of fun because we knew that, when we wanted to give an extra layer to this, it's an ultimate ability. It's got to be special. So our job there was to make sure that we could tie the possession into a player versus player scenario, which is a very challenging problem to have, but very enjoyable once you get the result for it.
Yeah,
so
I cannot imagine the amount of work you guys had to put in to make this stuff look, feel, and like I'm gonna just play as well as it does.
Yeah, it's difficult over the network, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot. It's really enjoyable to see the time we kind of put into each and every one of the abilities around the Possessor, just because it does create such a unique and different gameplay experience that I'm really excited to see how people take this on. Because once you get into the Buster, like it's kind of a few big points about that is there's and I think we'll walk through it in game. I think that's
let's
probably
just
gonna be the best.
go in game. Let's do it. Where's that job selection button? There it is.
I'll be the ghost first.
Oh, you want to do
So
ghost
you can
first?
see it. So you can see it from Buster perspective.
Gotcha,
Probably should have just done that to begin with. But now it'll be fresh.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of the statue, by the way, and what happens when you
That's
when
funny.
you haunt it. As you guys probably saw in the DLC trailer, if you guys didn't see the teaser already.
Okay. Make sure to pause
Assignment
our
begins
friends.
now. Keep your pack at the
They
ready,
are
and
paused.
you'll be fine.
Well, they
No,
They
they're
will be
moving.
paused.
They're moving.
will be paused. Trust.
Oh, and after they reach their first point.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Finish their task. Okay, so let me. Yeah, I guess I should have gotten the mind. I don't know why I didn't get those, but that's probably better if you show off. I think one thing that I can point out right away. So like we'll show off. So my possession. I'm gonna possess this trash can. and you'll see that there is no
Yeah, there's no like residual trail.
You will see though that we finally got this working. This is something that has been just like fluctuating since launch, and I think it was very briefly visible and then broke at some point, but the glow that happens on possessables for the split second after you hit the object, just that nice little extra touch of like, oh, there it is, there it's gone. But yeah, so that was a big thing. So the hand trap you'll see is, I'm going to place it like right there, so it's kind of half and half.
So it's visible via the Buster screen, but like just like if you're really just running around like chasing a ghost, like it's a little hard to spot. And then
so you can pulse and shoot the arms as well. So if you stay in it, and then the more arms you're able to get out of that radius, the less the actual debuff is that when you're walking through it. So it's usually best just to pulse it if you can, but it's a fun one to be able to blast with the particle thrower as well.
That's the whole resource.
Look at him go! Look at him go!
Wave them in the air like you just don't care.
Yeah, so that's that. Here, let's take a look at. So you'll see the trail. I'm gonna do the dash trail, the speed burst trail. See, it's going to be much more substantial.
Yeah, that is super visible.
Yeah.
So that trade-off
a little
is
bit longer.
That possession trade-off for sure. I'd say find some civs, yeah. Or did you want to possess
so
me
I'll
first?
possess. I can possess the civ first. Wherever someone's at. Ha! Here's somebody. So possession in general, I think most people knows this, is it's based on how much energy you have. So whenever you're going to possess something, it's a good idea that you use full energy to get into the human being. So you'll see that I can. Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm completely fine.
Don't worry.
I am a normal human being.
I got you.
Thank you very much.
Oh god.
So you can do that. There's also a scare that you're able to use. It does use energy. We kind of refined how that worked specifically.
It looks pretty crazy on its early stages.
Oops. Okay, I ran out of energy. Get out of here.
Well, she's paused, so she's not running anywhere.
Oh, right. Forgot about that. So that's but then yeah, additionally, let me find another one. Throw down your trap so I can show the.
Trap incoming.
I found somebody upstairs. I'll bring down.
I'll just VAT up there. Or are you coming down already?
I'm coming down. Come up here. I'm waiting for the cooldown to finish anyway.
There you are. So I'm gonna toss my trap down here.
Throw your trap out, and then I'll also sabotage you. Okay, here we go. I would like to use you for. Okay, so yeah, you run up, and there's like a little.
Oh my god! I actually didn't even know that was in there. What the heck? That's insane.
So now I can come behind. Stop moving. Stop.
Oh no way! That's so cool.
And then of course, yeah, my favorite part is the actual knockbacks that
Yeah,
happen.
that's definitely my favorite part.
Yeah, so that's always fun. So that's that, and now we're gonna show off. So basically, this is gonna be kind of quick. I'm gonna possess and take over Albert. Albert's gonna get a mini game for the Busters that they basically need to fight the possession meter. So how it will work is at the top of the screen, you're gonna be told that you're possessed, and then kind of how much control you have. As I drain energy, my fight back against the control begins to shift, and the minigame becomes easier. So you end up getting forced out of the Busters fairly quickly. So you want to do as much damage as you can in a short amount of time. So the name of the game is throwing out the trap in weird places, shooting the proton pack at expensive things. I'm gonna throw the trap, take out the PKE meter, use it as a pulse before he can escape out of it and knock me out.
Yeah.
So
I do think it froze me though, so maybe we'll get that. Clear the slime.
Yes, definitely.
I kind of tickled.
But that's okay. I think this is also on an older thing. Yeah.
Yes, this is an older one that.
Not to be worried.
Not to be worried at all. Okay.
So we'll swap into.
So yeah, it was.
Migo and Ghost probably now.
Yeah. We can go to like Hellion.
Okay, let's do that. I do think here. Let's go back here. And
Rejoin. But yeah, so yeah, we took the time to kind of make it so that the kind of big difference between Buster and Civ Possession is one is very much more a utility, being able to take your time and kind of rush around and blend in, whereas the Busters, you're just trying to mess things up and do some crazy stuff in the time that you have, because it could be very short. And there is a difference between what you play on the with the controller versus the mouse, because there is kind of a back and forth between the effectiveness of targeting things. So it was kind of made to cater between the two different styles.
yeah, and it is really like, it's like a scary disorienting when you have like the UI flash onto your screen and it's like, whoa, and you just see in the background like all of your utilities getting used, like you're
like,
back in your body and it's like, oh yep, good luck.
So and there's a lot of the around that, there's a lot of just trying to get the feeling of that you were trying to emulate that feeling of being taken over and kind of freeing yourself. So you'll notice a lot of there's some claws around the screen that kind of like slowly recede, and the brightness kind of comes up as you're getting out of that. So it kind of makes for a fun little scenario that does some things that when you're just trying to focus on hitting certain buttons and lining it up.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and hop on back in here when you're good.
Except. Okay, I'm trying to think if I missed anything else.
Yeah, I think we covered pretty much everything besides just now they'll get the ghost POV. Let me just make sure I have that minion trap on.
Right.
And I do indeed.
Yeah, that's right. That would be the thing to show off.
Come on, OBS, catch up. There it is.
Okay. Yeah, and a lot of people noticed the new music as well for the map. That's a fun one.
It's on you now, Ghosty. Get to it.
Yeah. Overall, though, very excited for this. You guys saw the dates. This is, if you haven't seen, but the 20th, which is, what day is today? Oh, today's the 19th. That's tomorrow.
It is tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's right around the corner, isn't it? Wait. Pause.
They're
doing their
doing
first
their
thing.
thing.
Okay. Okay, well, first of all, yeah, so you'll see it's kind of very similar setup to the hand trap. You lay it down. It's pretty inconspicuous. And then once I hit it, he's gonna come and attack me. Ah, did get him.
Whoa, slow down there.
Do another one.
So if you, yeah, throw another one down. So yeah, if you're walking through here and you hit the trap, you can quickly, if you time it right, you can get them out of there before they actually latch on. But yeah, you could also attach them to the civs if you want to throw one down next to this dude. I don't think he'll do anything if he has it on it. So yeah, it gets the civs and will eventually take them to Horrify. They don't free themselves, so as a buster, you need to shoot them off the civs or blast it off with your PKE meter. So it definitely brings in a whole new layer of complexities, which is fun.
Yeah, and I think one of the coolest things is you just hide when you hide them in objects.
Yes, so if you go show, you can go up to an object and
I
place
just tossed
them
it in the statue.
and you'll see the thing still spawns. You're obviously going to want to play this in a way that you can take a you know, any object and hide it next to a door, and you can at least kind of cover the initial signature look of it. But yeah, that's the trap minions. You want to throw a vortex and I can see if I can try and defend against it?
To come down this hallway and find out.
No, just throw it in the open so I have...
So you have some kind of a chance?
Okay, let me destroy this trap you laid for me. Okay, go for it. Throw it. Throw it. Oh boy. It's definitely beefy enough that you got to have a couple people there for it, but you can get it on your own if you're pretty effective at shooting it. Take that, minion. Okay.
Might as well
you can
show
the
the possession from this POV, yeah?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I love the voice acting for this too.
Ah.
Give me your pack.
Oh, you're trying to get my pack. I was like, what are you doing?
And then...
Uh-huh. Trying to get that?
That's what you get for messing with me. Take this.
Oh,
and a little bit of this.
Oh my. Oh, wow. Okay. The effectiveness of the comboing, it's gonna be fun. I'm so excited to play this. Okay, get in another civ. Let's show them the trap thing.
Got like
Stop.
18 seconds, yeah. Let's go find another civ first, huh?
That would be wise.
Use that increased PKE vision.
As I'm gonna just pop some drudges.
Hello?
Did you find any?
I did find one. What did you want me to do here?
I was gonna show the trap, unless you saw the trap enough.
Go ahead and toss the trap.
Okay, come down the hallway.
Here we go.
Yeah, I love that kick animation.
Okay.
And then for the finale here, go ahead and trap me. And then so we just reset that cooldown.
Oh, that was also something. I completely forgot about that.
What's up?
When we'll show it. What did you want to show? I'll
I was just gonna possess you.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So goodbye to that
I missed
trap.
it. Haha. I'm so good at that.
Oh, I threw it way
So
too far.
good. Okay, so now I can show the other part. I think some people spotted it. So we actually got the update in so you can see the sweet spot of the trap minigame.
Oh, yes, yes.
So now you actually like see where you need to lean into and then start mashing with some feedback so that it actually like you get a little bit quicker of a visual representation, as well as one that people may not understand what's happening and get a little bit more information.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't, like there's so many things, and that's why I will very much let you guys like read the patch notes. There's going to be a lot of information there that's going to cover all this in more detail and kind of specifically. I've worked really hard with Aaron to get that list together in a really good spot and sift through the thousands of change lists to make sure that you guys have the most accurate information we can for all the different changes that have gone in. And it's just been like little things across the board with quality of life and otherwise that have just, it's going to make a big difference and hopefully help the gameplay experience across the board.
The haunting is working. Keep going.
I can't think of anything else.
I think, honestly, I think all that's left is for the players, for all our Ghostbusters fanatics to go ahead and try everything themselves tomorrow.
Yeah, this is gonna be, like I'm gonna be out there in live. Like I can't wait to play against people and see how this is. I believe I did see the. I'll have to double check on the patch notes. I thought I saw something around the remote trap fix. but I will have to confirm that. Other than that, yeah, I would recommend the balance.
All right, well, we can probably hop back to the firehouse and do a little outro. I think that's pretty good.
Sounds
Unless you
good
want to
to me.
cover anything else in here.
Nope, I'm just thinking and trying to figure out if caught everything.
I'm sure. I mean, there's so many changes going to this DLC.
Yeah, I mean that's why I was calling out the patch notes specifically, is there'll be a lot.
For sure, for sure.
And, yeah, that'll be the place to check them out.
Yep. Yep. And yeah, I think we'll probably tentatively plan to have you back on just to, check back in and see how everyone feels about everything. After everyone gets to play the patch for a week or a few days or so.
Yeah, I think it's going to be exciting to watch everything and just gather and figure out where everyone sits with all the gameplay updates, because there's been some big shifts, so got to keep an eye on it and see how everything plays out, as well as gathering statistics from the back end. So it's going to be a lot of info gathering, but I'm really excited for everyone to play this, and it's been a lot of time and effort from our part to make sure that this is really fun and unique patch to come out, and then of course we'll always be looking forward to the future where there's going to be more ghosts and maps, and it's exciting. All that free,
all of that for free.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but I think that's gonna do it for us today. Look out for the patch tomorrow, and the Twitch drops next week. And yeah, I think that's it. Have a wonderful rest of your days, everybody. Got anything to say for any last words, Jordan?
Nope, I think I'm good to go.
All
Thanks,
right.
everyone.
See you.
Bye.